Hello everyone, VJ's832 back again. It's time for another edition of What's on Deck. Get this off the screen here. This is going to be like a day early, just because today's when I have the ability to do it, the time to do it, and why not? Just once. I could upload it tomorrow as usual, but whatever. We'll do it a little bit early. So, let's start off with what's going on Kickstarter. Hair is always a mess. I can never get it right. Anyways, never mind my hair. First of all, we got the Oris playing cards from Prama Playing Cards. It's 52% funded, 16 days to go. This one has hit a snag. It's not really getting any new major funding and hasn't funded yet. I'm not sure it's going to happen at this rate. Then there is a new deck from NPC, perhaps the last one for the year, despite the fact that it's early on in the year. It's the Impressions Foil Gold and Silver Embossed Backs. Funded, well funded, 47 days to go, lots of time to pick it up. They are, as you've seen my NPC Impressions reviews, you know what you're going to get: nice embossed foil backs, shiny, with that, probably that textured embossing like they usually have. Nice shiny boxes. It's nice to see a silver and gold colors. There you can see the nice detail, very nice. Not only is it foil, but it's got that texture to it like they usually have on the faces. Standard faces, the standard NPC faces, you can get nice brick boxes, half brick boxes, sorry. And that is that. Next up, Tessellatus playing cards from Hunky Dory Cards is funded, 12 days to go. Muertos Prismatic playing cards, the relaunch from Jester's custom cards, 39% funded, 10 days to go. That one has also hit a snag, despite the fact that it only got a goal that's a few $1,000s. They have not been able to get that, despite the fact that they've added a second deck. They have not been able to even double funding from what they originally had, which would be like $2,200, $2,300. Anyway, next up, Bicycle Natural Disasters Blizzard playing cards from Collectible Cards has launched, and it is funded, 29 days to go. They have all 7 decks in the series available in this project. I knew I should have waited a little bit longer, but instead I went ahead and bought the first 2 ones since they're available now, and and now they've made all 7 available at once. Wish I'd waited. Oh well. I'll just get them as they come. There's the Blizzard. Nice and frosty. Nice blue colors. Icy and wintry. And, you know, that's what it is. It's pretty nice. Just like their other ones. It's a nice series. I'm not sure what the next series is going to be, but I anticipate more, because these ones are doing pretty well for them. Anyway, then there is the Natural Disaster Tsunami deck from Collectible Cards. It's funded, 9 days to go. Though, I guess nobody's going to cancel that one and go for the other one unless this is the only one they pledged for. Anyways, next up there's another one. It's Cocktails of Cards. Playing cards for cocktails, because cocktails need playing cards. By Jason Chang. It's 29% funded, 39 days to go. Lots of time. There's a good chance it'll fund in that amount of time, but not really my, wait for it, cup of tea. The box, the top case is pretty nice. The cards are interesting. The court cards look like they got jaundice, like they've had too much alcohol. $20,000 Hong Kong goal, so they're about a quarter of the way. It's probably, 29% funded, just over a quarter of the way. Anyway, there is some downsides to this one, I think, which we'll get to right away. First of all, the court cards are yellow for some reason. Meanwhile, the number cards are white. Not a fan of that. I also don't think we need to see the word cocktail on every face. That seems like just like a bit much. Just like they're adding stuff for the hell of it. Also, Not a fan of these indexes with the pip on top of the number. It's just backwards. It's just a little bit weird. Plus the pip seems like it's shoved up right in the corner, and then the number letter is a bit lower. I know, it just seems a little bit weird. It's nothing horribly wrong with it, but I'm sure I have decks that are like that, but it just seems a little bit weird. It seems like the pip is and the number are too far apart. Also, big downside is these random, well, not really random, but these kind of weird suits. First of all, they got cherries instead of clubs, I guess, or instead of spades, I don't know. And they got cups, or whatever that is, instead of hearts. Or actually, it's kind of weird even more so, because they actually have hearts. Actually, it's not hearts. It looks like hearts, but it's actually spades. The spades are just simply an upside down heart, which is really confusing, as you can tell, because I just thought that was a heart for a second. But yeah, it looks like an upside down heart in black. So you got spades, you got diamonds. I guess the cherries replace the clubs and the cups replace the hearts. Not a big fan of this whole thing at all. I'm not a huge fan of custom suits. I dislike it even more when it's only half the deck that's custom. Why not? Why is it half standard, half custom? I don't know. It just seems weird. And it just seems unnecessary. And it just really turns me off. And then, of course, like I said, the court cards in yellow, unnecessary. And again, it just makes the court cards stand out like a sore thumb, or whatever you would say. The back design, I don't even know if you've seen the back design, but that's it basically right there. Cocktail cards of cherries. Yay. You don't even get a really good image of the back design, just what you see on the tuck case, which is pretty weird. You'd think they'd want to show us the back design. Okay, I guess they do right here. The back design is black. Yellow on black. And being produced by no freaking idea. Since it's in Hong Kong, it could be being produced in Asia somewhere. It could be Expert or Legends. It could be NPC. It could be somebody else. I have no idea. It doesn't tell me. So that's another issue. There's a lot of small things in this one that really add up. Custom suits for half the suits. Weird colored court cards that just make them stand out from the rest of the deck. I don't even like it very much when just the jokers stand out from the rest of the deck. Like some of the DeVoe decks, the Blades decks, where they had like black jokers with white faces. Why? So it's the same thing with this. It's like, why? Either make the deck one color or make it the other color. Don't mix and match. The only time I don't mind it is some of these bicycle decks, like some of these pink test decks where they have like one suit is purple, one suit, red suits are purple, the black suits are pink, or whatever it is. You know, that's not so bad, I guess. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's not so bad, I suppose. But anyways, I mean, there's the suits, there's the colors of the court cards, there's no mention of a printer. There's just a lot of things that add up. Next up, Bicycle Conflict playing cards from Magic Trick Store, aka collectible cards, funded, 9 days to go. Air Squadron Bicycle playing cards from 88 Industry is 61% funded, 21 days to go. Still time. Excuse me. Still time. It's still getting there, slowly. May or may not make it at this rate. Who knows? They've been struggling though. Izzo playing cards relaunched by Betty Lee. 47% funded, 7 days to go. Not looking too good at this rate. I just don't think a whole lot of people are a fan of the faces. The back design's not bad. Faces could be better. Agenda playing cards from Flagrant Agenda. Funded, 4 days to go. The black deck is unlocked. They also have a mini white deck. Pretty nice project. I recommend checking it out. Samurai playing cards by Jacqueline. This is R11. Funded, 27 days to go. Wow, they actually got a fair amount of money so far. Not a big fan of it just because the price is really high. Creature Comfort playing cards from Don Moyer. Funded, 20 days to go. Then there's Geometric playing cards from JD14. It's the second project. It is funded, 33 hours to go. This one is a little bit questionable as to why it's on Kickstarter, because it is already produced. This is a pretty limited deck. Very low goal. It's like a $500 goal or something like that. We'll look at it right now. $300 goal. They doubled that. But it's already been produced. You get nice custom aces. It's got a triangle type theme to it, I guess. You see the tuck aces. And I'm guessing the faces are fairly standard. We'll find out eventually. And the back design is, it's okay. It's kind of a diamond type pattern, just like you see within the aces. I tried asking who printed these. He said they're printed on their own custom stock and finish. That does not answer who printed it. What I do know is that, as per what it says on the project, they released 500 in Korea because a lot of people were asking him to release the deck after he revealed the design to the Korean Magic and Cardistry community. I guess that answers the question as to where JD14 is from. And so he decided to release them here. Apparently they're almost all sold out. They had 10 2-deck tiers, which are sold out, and they still have 13 out of 40 single decks. So if you want to get one, not only is time running out, but the decks are running out as well. So they probably produced 600, 700, I don't know how many exactly. I'm not sure if he has any available on his website, jd14.com I believe it is. You can always check it out. But right now you can get it on Kickstarter for a decent price, $10 plus shipping. The quality seems pretty good. It's probably produced by MPC. I'm not 100% sure, but the quality looks fine from the videos that I've seen, so I'm not too concerned with it, despite the fact that it doesn't say, and I'd like to know who does produce it. Anyways, moving along. Bicycle Madwell playing cards from the Futurist Company, aka Classics playing cards. It's 47% funded, 19 days to go. That is the new name, the Futurist Company. They rebranded recently. Not looking too good at this rate, despite the fact that there's 2 decks, 2 colors, and one of them is limited to 1,000. Struggling a bit, may or may not make it, who knows, we'll see. Explorers playing cards from Card Experiment. 92% funded, 23 days to go, it's almost there. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. This is a relaunch from their previous project, which is a bicycle branded one. This one is now being produced by Expert Playing Cards. No more bicycle branding. Now I'm starting to think that I did mention this one before. I'll find out now for sure. Oh yeah, I've mentioned it. Launched May the 4th, I've definitely... May the 4th be with you. I've definitely mentioned it. Space Theme, and then there's Bicycle Nebula playing cards by Barry. 76% funded, 12 days to go. Slowly getting there. I'm pretty confident he'll fund it by the end of the project. I mean, he's a couple of $1,000 away. 3 decks. Usually his projects fund, so it's just a matter of time, I think. Then there's Juggler playing cards by Julio Ribera, or Julio Ribera, how do you pronounce it? I guess Spina is from Spain. Probably Julio Ribera, not Julio. It's funded, 26 days to go. Juggler playing cards, because the name Cardistry is already taken, is my guess. Printed by USB-C. It says it's for collectors, magicians, cardists, and the everyday user. Except that they're 14 euros plus shipping, so it's 20 euros at least. And everyday users are not going to pay 15 or 20 euros for a deck of cards. So it's not really for everyday users. The Ace of Spades is okay, I guess. The back design is blue and cyan color. I think that's how you pronounce that color. It's actually not too bad. Nothing special about it really. It's just a J. Take says juggler on it. Custom pips for the aces. Custom court cards, which look like they've been ripped off Brendan Hong's decks for some reason. I'm not a huge fan of this style of court cards, even if it's a Brendan Hong deck. And again, I mentioned this in some of my videos before. Some of the court cards, like you take a look at Giovanni's court cards, he uses, you'll see on my Pantheon review coming up, he uses the space on the faces really well. He uses all the space. This one, you get this image in the middle of the deck, in the middle of the card, you get all this white space around it, and not even any pips to help fill in the space, any suit indicators. You got the space, use it. Make the image of it bigger, put some pips in there, do something with it. It's just too much blank space. The jokers, they just say juggler on them, custom pips. I'm not even in a huge rush to get this one because I will be able to get this one afterwards. Gamblers is fulfilling it. It'll be available either through playingcards.net or elsewhere if I decide to get it. So I don't even care too much about backing this one. If I want to get it, I'll get it eventually afterwards. Next up, Vampire Society Playing Card Company by David Pudelwitz St. Albans, 3% funded, 37 days to go. Ain't gonna fund, no chance in hell. Eva Playing Cards from Third Way Industries, funded, well funded, 14 days to go. One deck in this project, and it's already well funded. And I hate when that happens. It didn't work. It's another beautiful deck by Giovanni. This one is all about the sexy ladies. There's some nudity possibly coming up. There it is, nice tuck case. It is again. It's part of the. It's a spin-off, as he says, of the Sins playing cards, which was on Kickstarter not too long ago. This is also apparently the last one he's going to be doing for the time being. Here's the back design. Lots of red. I think maybe white borders would have been nice. Just to go with the white faces and just so that there isn't too much red, but it is a striking deck. He says it, I don't like this. He says that it's going to be a retail price of around $50. So he's saying he's going to sell it for $50 or around $50 on his website afterwards. Whether that actually happens, I'm not sure. A lot of the times they tend to sell it for less just to clear up stock. Different websites will do that, and sometimes it seems like that people throw out numbers just to make it seem like it's a really good deal right now. It is $23 right now for one deck plus shipping. Half the price, look at that. Yeah, it looks like a really good deal. Interesting number cards. I like how they made the 9s like the 7s. I haven't seen that before. Well, I haven't seen the 9s and the 7s like this before. It's pretty cool. It actually works pretty well. And this deck is all about the first women in society, including Eve, of course. And Spades is the curious betrayer. Diamonds is the first rebel. Clubs is the mother of the world, obviously Eve. Or maybe Gaia, I'm not sure. And Hearts is the lover. Maybe that's Eve, I'm not sure. Queens, in the final version, will be uncensored. So this black patch you see across the center here, that's just to hide it. Obviously it's not going to be produced by USPC because USPC would go, no. I see nipples, we're not producing that. USPC is not a huge fan of producing decks with nudity. Ooh, look at this, you can get a forbidden box, which I guess is 12 Eva decks, and 12 of his other decks. A couple of Pantheons, the Omnias, the Daedalus decks. Those are the ones I wanted to mention in my video the other day. I forgot the name of. Anyways, very nice though, and sexy, and it's all about women empowerment and you know, women of history, and I think it's well done, obviously. Next up, Might and Magic, illustrated playing cards by Kickstarter stock, and I guess designed by Moran Art. 25% funded, 17 days to go. Not looking too likely at this rate. I don't expect it to fund. Chrome Kings, playing cards by Handlord, is funded. 52 hours to go. I was not a fan of the shipping rates. Never been a fan of DeVoe's shipping rates because he just charges you double what it should be. Next up, Grid Series 1 typographic point cards by Luke Wadey. And this is actually not his first project, but anyways, not a huge fan of it. Funded though, 10 days to go. But no, it has no artwork on it, it's just writing. Too much writing. Bones playing cards by Brain Vessel Creative from the Brain Vessel Artist Series. It's funded, 25 days to go. Not too big of a fan of this one myself. I'd like to be, and I mean I might get it eventually. I'm sure it'll be available eventually, but there's the Dust Edition and the Rebirth Edition. The Dust Edition, just a lot of gray colors, and that's kind of, you know, why I'm a little bit turned off with it. It's just a lot of gray colors. I want to see some color, some variation in colors. I like my decks to be colorful, and this is just not a lot of color. Even the red they used for the hearts and the diamonds is a kind of a dark or a dull red almost. I mean, it's not bad. Also, I'm not sure what I think about the court cards being skeleton bones, animal skeletons. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. It doesn't seem to fit my image of what court cards should be. And then, of course, the guy has his logo on the back design, which also seems a bit much and unnecessary, and like he couldn't think of anything else to put on there. And then there's, I mean, you get bones and skeletons on the fronts, on the backs. It just seems like a bit of the overkill. I'm not sure what these circles on the faces are supposed to represent, this geometric stuff. How that fits in with bones, I'm not sure. Custom odd pip orientations, very interesting but a little bit odd. There you see the aces, but I mean, it's an okay deck. This one is a little bit nicer. It actually has some color to it, some greens and purples it looks like, and some bluish colors, I guess. Actually has some color to it, but it's the same artwork, just with a brownish colored face and whatnot. At the same time, now I'm looking at it, seeing a similar color scheme to some of the other decks, but at least these other decks had actual figures in them for the court cards and everything. And what is this? They have an art gallery that you can visit. How very interesting. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's not bad by any means. It's just not really my cup of tea, I guess. At the moment, anyways. With so many other projects taking my money, I just don't see any reason to give this one my money. But if you like it, definitely check it out. These are being produced by somebody. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm guessing it's by USB-C. I was trying to find a confirmation of that. I apologize. I'm dragging on my video here. You know what? They don't even mention who's producing it, but I'm assuming it's USB-C, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, next, Hanami Hanafuda and Poker Playing Cards by Indian Wolf Studios. 33% funded, 26 days to go. Very slowly getting there. May or may not make it. Who knows? We'll find out. Next up, Trump Cards by Rooster Bird. I'm not a fan. It's 0% funded with a $50 pledge. Didn't open. Annoying. Just open already. 29 days to go. Apparently it features original artwork of Trump's cabinet in full color. And it's just a complete satire. Look at this. The King of Diamonds is Donald Trump and he's taking a dump. More like Donald Dump. Unfortunately, they have no images of anything available, so I cannot recommend backing this project anyway. Not to mention $20 for a deck of cards that's based on that man. I don't think so. They actually got one person pledged $35 for 2 decks. I cannot endorse this deck because A, it's Donald Trump and his cabinet. B, they're not showing us anything except one freaking card, which could have been Photoshop, copy and paste from something else, so you don't even know, you don't have any proof you're going to get anything or that they actually drew anything or are doing anything. They could just be trying to take your money. Also, the cards don't even fit inside the tuck case. What the hell kind of an image is this? That's ridiculous. And it's the creator's first project. And I don't even know if he got any information. There's Patrick Lemieux. He didn't even spell his name right. I'm pretty sure the name would be EU. They misspelled their own name. Or don't even care. And their website is this. Nothing. So yeah, let's not even worry about that one. Next up, Divine Art playing cards, white gold edition from Sinis Chaba, Viewer playing cards. Worldwide free shipping, which is awesome. Gold foil backs, gold gilded edges, new back design in tuck case, same lovely art as the previous version, and I don't know why this is not funded, people. Get out there, pledge for it, let's get this funded. It's 30% funded, 9 days to go. Not looking too lucky at this rate, but there's still time. And then we have Colorado Standard Poker and Tarot deck from the Colorado Standard Playing Card Company. 23% funded, 18 days to go. That's not going to happen. Then there is, I'll mention this one, Double Negative, the Uncard Game by Madizia Carding Company. It's funded, 35 days to go. I think that what you see there with the M is the back design. And the faces are fairly standard from the looks of it. Obviously it's a deck of cards. I don't know if there's anything special about it, but it is definitely looks like a poker deck, and it's for a game. Really low goal, obviously. Then there is the Iron Horse playing cards from Jody Eklund, funded, 25 days to go. Very nice. There's a couple of versions in this one. There's 2 different decks that are the same thing, as you can see. I think maybe it's just the same deck. There's the Black Ink deck, Black Ink edition right here. It's all about this train, obviously the Iron Horse. Nice back design, gray and black colors. Nice faces, as usual from Jody Eklund, the beautiful faces. Looks like it's all about the Wild West, your gunslingers, and I like it. Nice number cards and everything. Printed by the Legends. Everything completely original, custom. Classic finish, which is the highest stock from Legends. Diptych art for the front and back of the tuck case, which allows you to put the 2 tuck cases together, as you see in this image. If you get 2 tuck cases and you get this nice image. Yeah, that's the front and the back, you see right there. The second deck is the Signature Edition. Comes in a fancier tuck case. Only 1,500 available. A different colored back design, but similar idea. It looks the same, I guess. And the faces are the same from what it looks like. Yeah, they look the same to me, the faces. And these ones actually feature metallic inks. So that's a slight difference from one to the other. This one features metallic inks. And foiling on the tuck case, embossing on the tuck case, and whatnot. I think it's a little bit odd that he says the material is the same material as his previous project, the Titans playing cards, despite the fact that the Robber Titans have not even shipped yet. It's the same as the last one, but we don't know what it looks like or what it feels like because we don't have it yet. It's kind of weird to do that because nobody has it yet. Anyways, there's a story you can get, as you can see, information on all the characters. It's a beautiful deck, or decks, nice project, lots of information as you can see right here. I like it. I'll be referencing this, of course, when I do the review in the future. So, thanks, Jody, for all the information on the characters. Always good to have. And that is that. Nice diptych jokers. Good price. The signature edition is a bit pricey there. Signature edition is well, I got it, the deluxe one, the signature edition, which comes in a soft touch slipcase for $30 on the early bird, worldwide shipping included, and I added on the black ink edition, so that was not a bad deal. Right now, if you want the deluxe award, it's $35, which again is not bad. Next up, design 100% plastic playing cards, classic Baroque from Jason Hawley, 76% funded, 16 days to go. Looks like it will fund, just a matter of time. Then there's the Vertex deck, VXD Las Vegas edition by Philippe Dees, funded, 30 days to go. I mentioned this one last week. I didn't really have any images to show you. Now I do. This one word to describe it, expensive. $105 for all three traditional tuck decks. It seems really expensive, but it's a very unique deck. Check out these number cards. 40 lane, and there's lots of color. It's holographic artwork. Each seat sort of unique. There's the Ace of Spades. You can see the different color variations because of that holographic coloring or holographic artwork. And a plain one, I guess. There's your jokers. They're pretty plain. They're just there's no joke and there's a dollar sign. The back design, pretty nice. It says fabulous on it. It's all about Las Vegas, palm trees, casinos, poker chip in the center. There's a black one, a blue one, and a red one. That's why you have to get free. This is their standard tuck case. It's an aluminum, anodized aluminum laser etched magnet enabled closing mechanism case in black, and the cards are inside in what appears to be a more traditional tuck case. Actually, it's an inner paper sleeve, so I don't know what you do with that when you open it. There's also a box set, Stars and Stripes. You get the red and blue one. And this is a rendering for the traditional paper tuck case, which is what I'm going for, because the aluminum one is more expensive, and it's already expensive enough as it is. And not to mention, traditional ones are $39 for the traditional tucks. The other ones in the aluminum case are $49 each. And if you want, they have lots available. You can get the first day issue single black deck for $60. So far, they've sold very few of those because obviously it's a really expensive price for what is ultimately the same as the other one. And let's take a look at this. Right now, they got 25 backers for the traditional tuck, 4 backers for the original one, 24 for the first day issue, 4 for the Stars and the Stripes, 10 for the first day issue of the Stars and Stripes at $125 for $120 for 2 decks, and the first day issue combo, the black and the red and the blue, 31 backers. As for the one that I'm pledged for, the $105 for free, 6 backers. It's not a whole lot of backers they're getting. There was a lot of discussion on the forums, a lot of people not a fan of this case that you see right here, the aluminum case, because it's kind of big and awkward and just odd shaped. And that's why there's a traditional tuck case, and he has produced them through some. He's produced them already, or started to produce them. He's got funding from somewhere, so funding is not an issue. But they're not getting a whole lot of money in this project, it seems. They do have $10,000. That's a lot of money, I guess, but and 104 backers, so I mean they're getting some funding. It's a pretty nice deck though. It's very unique. I like it. So that is that. Next up, Calavera's the Zucker Luxury Edition by Natalia Silva, funded 10 days to go. Moving along, French Revolution playing cards by Alessandro Metaxas, printed by MPC, 5% funded, 11 days to go. Not gonna happen, unfortunately. Then there is, I'll mention this one quickly, Battle Poker by G3 Games and More, 0% funded, 24 days to go. Chances of funding nil, nothing, not going to happen. The back design is a one-way, and apparently it says poker with the twist on the back design. Completely unnecessary. Froze my computer, I apologize. Why is this happening all of a sudden? It was working beautifully. I knew I shouldn't have looked at this project. So there's your back design. For some reason it says poker with a twist on it. Battle poker would have been enough. And the faces, they're custom. You get some interesting court cards. They add all sorts of rules to poker, which usually does not go well with poker. And most poker people just want to, most people who like poker just want to play the standard, tried and true, you know, stud poker or Texas Hold'em or whatever. They don't want to play weird games like this. Like this one, the Jack of Diamonds says, draw a card, then take a random card from another player and give them a card. Really? The Joker is a wild card. Discard the remainder of your hand and draw 5 cards. Remainder? Steal 1 chip from each player and 2 from the pot. Aha. So yeah, apparently this guy has had dozens of years. The president of this company apparently has done graphic designs and artwork for brands like McDonald's and Arby's, although they misspelled Arby's for some reason. How can you misspell Arby's? Yeah. They're going to be produced by USB-C, apparently, but it's not going to fund. It has no chance in hell. Poker players do not want a deck like this. Collectors do not want a deck like this. It's useless for anyone. $20 for this deck, this game. Only ships to the US. This $100 pledge. Just throw us money because you like us. You get nothing except for gratitude, and you give them money. Obviously, nobody's giving that money to them. Nobody's giving them $100 just for the hell of it. That's stupid. Let's move on. There's the Hand and Foot Game and Deck by Alison Pillar. 8% funded, 24 days to go. I've mentioned that one. Bicycle Hometown Series and the Vitamination by Robert Tomlinson. Funded, 5 days to go. Really low goal, and it's barely, hasn't gotten a whole lot of funding aside from that. Tarot Companion Deck by Marianne Dubé. 3% funded, 18 days to go. Not going to happen, because they haven't shown us anything. There's no artwork. And then there is it's probably going to freeze the computer again. For 6. Pissing me off, this computer. Anyways, we're getting there. We're almost done. I apologize if this video is a bit long. We'll get there eventually anyway. Here we go. There's a couple of new decks to mention from Conjuring Arts. I heard about these a few days ago. We were teasing them, and now they're finally available. By the way, I should mention, the other day, I'm not happy about this. Zach Mueller released his Fontaines is dark blue slight Fontaines deck, and I don't know why, but apparently there was 10,000 decks produced and it sold out within like 10 minutes. For some reason, unbeknownst to me, he decided to release it at 2:45 a.m. Central Time when everyone in North America is in bed asleep, or most people are, unless you're out drunk and partying for some reason. But I mean, I was fast asleep in bed. I didn't see the email until the next morning, and by then it was 3 days too late already by the time I got the email. Well, essentially anyways, 3 days too late. And why he made it so that it was only, a good time for people in Asia, I don't know. How they sold out so fast, if there was 10,000 produced, I don't know. I do know that Art of Play is getting some, or will be selling some next week. And I would expect other sites to be selling them. I expect them to be selling them at gross injustices of prices. And I'm pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, fed up and done with the Fontaine playing card. There's the same freaking issue with the green Fontaines. They sold out like that. You didn't even have a chance to get them. I got an email from Art of Play when they sold them. By the time I got there, they were long gone. Other sites, they've been long gone. The other day I went to go get them at Cardvolution. By the time I got there, they were gone. In fact, there was one left. I put it on my cart, went to check out, and it was stolen from me. Bitches. And, I just don't see why there's so much hype and frenzy over these Fontaines and why people are supporting him. I mean, Zach Mueller does not give a fuck about any of you people. All he cares about is the money. He's laughing all the way to the bank with your money. He's probably reselling a bunch of them on eBay right now for hundreds of dollars to spit in your face and laugh at you even further. And all he cares about is resellers, because if he did not just care about resellers, if he cared about the average person, he would limit the amount per person so that people can actually have a chance of getting them. He would not release them at 3 in the fucking morning. And he would make more available. He would do something he would do stuff that would make it better for the average person and not just resellers. And that's all that I see is resellers buying them on his website and then reselling them on eBay for 5, 10 times the price, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And then all you people are paying that for these decks, which are not worth it. And you're idiots, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't want to call anyone an idiot, but you are. Don't pay hundreds of dollars or $50 for Fontaines. It's not worth it. Get other decks, and that's what I'll be doing. I don't know if I want to keep my red, blue, and black Fontaines, if I'm going to sell them, or what I'm going to do with them, but for now I'll keep them, I guess. Anyways, let's move on. We got 2 new decks, sort of 2, from Conjuring Arts, available this weekend only. Only 325 decks of each produced, or for sale. Actually, it says only 325 decks for sale. That means there's probably more than that produced. Of course, they're designed by Jackson Robinson. I don't think there's any differences from the previous design outside of there's a different tuck case and a different color. It's a tan type color, as you can see, a gold color almost. These actually feature metallic inks, and they are samples. Why somebody produces hundreds of samples, I don't know, but we'll just call it a sample anyways. There is the Stud Finish, a Stud Edition. This has it's supposed to be similar to the old school Stud playing cards. Apparently the top cases have a soft touch material in jet black. And apparently they have embroidering on the top case similar to the Legends Egyptian deck that came out a while back. And really metallic metallics. All the faces, all the golds are very metallic and shiny apparently. The other one is the JN edition. featuring a finish that's supposed to be reminiscent of the Jerry's Nugget finish. So very interesting decks. And they're not too expensive, $14.95 each. Pretty limited. Still available. Only available this weekend, and while quantities remain. So if you like them, definitely check them out. Apparently I got cap locks on. Let's see if there's anything else new, and I apologize about my rant on Fontaines, but it just pisses me off so much that people are throwing money at him with complete disregard and stupidity, and people just throwing money at resellers for these decks, and it's not worth it, people. There's so many other decks that are much better, much more reasonable price. I mentioned this in my upcoming Orbit deck review. Get the Orbits. A similar style deck. They're only $10 each. The red and blue ones are probably still available for a decent price. And there's those ones. There's plenty of other ones for decent prices. All the Glamour Nuggets and chicken nuggets and whatnot. Why not get those instead? Anyways, couple more I want to mention for sure. Moving along from Fontaines, we got this one coming to the Kickstarter, the Silver Sackbutt playing cards. It is a new version of the Silver Slipper casino decks, just like the Chicken Nuggets and the Glamour Nuggets and all these other casino. There was the Gemini, which is it's supposed to look like the Dunes, and apparently there's going to be a few different color variations of this one. Obviously red and black are the most important ones, I think. Those are the main ones, and it's fun. I don't have any Silver Slippers. I've wanted to have some. They're freaking expensive, so I'll settle for these. Next up, Three Stooges decks coming soon from Whispering Imps and King's Wild. I'm not sure why King's Wild and Whispering Imps are working together, why they don't do their own thing. Also, I have to wonder, based on what we've seen from Whispering Imps in the past, if the core cards are going to be repeating or not. Yeah, Curly, Larry, and Moe. Hopefully there's not 3 other decks, like some people said. It'd be ridiculous. But not bad. Apparently this is a new series between Whispering Imps and King's Wild Project. Produce a brand new series of playing cards, hashtag playing cards, commemorating comedy, film, and TV legends of Three Stooges. I don't know if there's going to be any other ones, but that's a bad impression. Anyways, Three Stooges, I guess it's okay. The back designs aren't bad. The colors are fine. As long as they don't, like somebody mentioned, start adding decks for the other characters like Semp and others. Anyways, I guess those are the main ones. They look pretty cool. They look pretty nice. Anyways, we'll see. And hopefully the price isn't extremely exorbitant. Then there's Vizago coming soon from Abolina Art, who designed the 9 Lives playing cards, as you can see a review of on my channel. Here's the artwork for the faces. Very interesting, colorful. I like color. There's 2 different colors that are going to be available. Well, one for sure anyways, a red one. Right here. A nice back design. Nice faces. Completely custom from head to toe. Well, except the indexes. The indexes are kind of standard. The blue one is a stretch goal, as you see right here. Very nice. Lumino blue deck. And the standard one is Lumina red deck. And coming to Kickstarter soon. There's already getting feedback on the project. I'll keep you posted on that, of course. And then there's this new one from Murphy's Magic. It's called the Revolution playing cards. It's made available for pre-order and will be released on Monday. Very nice tuck case, lots of foil as you can see. The face is nice, beautiful, completely custom. Court cards. The Joker's a little bit bizarre. Nice ace of spades. Everything is nice, completely custom, except for the back design. The back design is this. What? Really? That's your back design? What, did you splurge all your money on the tuck case and the court cards and the faces and then could not afford the back design? Or did you just run out of ideas? I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Yes, I'm getting the deck, and I do love the tuck case and the faces and everything, but the back design, it just seems like they gave up on the back design, couldn't come up with something better. I don't know, it's ridiculous. Anyways, it's available at, different magic shops and card shops. Anything else to talk about? On collectible playing cards, some new stuff that's been made available recently through Murphy's Magic. The Steampunk Cthulhu decks. They say bicycle, but I'm not sure that those are actually USPC bicycle decks. Whatever. Then there's Bicycle Neverlands Red Limited Edition. There is V3 Cherry decks. The Avant-Garde playing cards from the Edgy Brothers in green and blue. Natural Disasters, Wildfire and Volcano. Casino Royale Mystic Edition. All sorts of good new stuff at collectible playing cards. Some not so new. They got the Western Folk Art Limited Edition in black. Bicycle Dead Soul playing cards from TCC in Asia. Calaveras Dezuka Blue Edition. Revolution playing cards I just mentioned. New tuck case versions of the Bicycle Standard playing cards. Apparently the red is already sold out. Orange Reverse Back from Magic Makers. Prism Dusk. Rhino Prism Day, I'm not sure. Orbit V3, which is sold out apparently. Mondrian playing cards. Three Little Pigs. And Pure Imagination Projects. National playing cards from 311. Bicycle Firecracker from Collectible Cards. Gamesters in red and I guess black. Also the green one available but pricey. Not sure why so pricey, but they are. The Geminis, etc., etc. Frostbite, Sweet Cat, Suck My Deck. Not literally, not mine. Bicycle Aves Uncaged, which is just essentially, I think, a new tuck case, a new printing for the same deck. And of course, the Bicycle Nyx, retail version of the Bicycle Denim, not unnumbered Bicycle Prism Gilded Edition, Bicycle Sticks, etc., etc. Lots of new good stuff at Collectible Playing Cards. So that is that. That's it for this week on What's on Deck. Apologize if the video is a bit long. I'll see you next time with more. Comment, rate, subscribe. Don't forget to check out collectibleplayingcards.com. Use the code VJose32. Save 10% your order. I'll see you next time with more.